We're on SAT Practice Test 9, Math Section 1, Question 1. Level of difficulty is very easy. Which expression is equivalent to this mess? So it's a simple exponents problem. I'm going to write down A, B, C, D because I want to cross off here. Rewrite this thing, but take out the parentheses to save a step. There's no minus sign here, so you don't have to worry about changing signs. Take it one term at a time, 2x squared and x squared. What's that? Adding them up is 3x squared. A and B are gone. So do the x term next. It's plus x and plus 6x, plus 7x. No help. And then minus 9 and plus 1 is minus 8. C says minus 10. And so D's the answer. Move fast. Don't hurry. Get it right. Move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 9, Math Section 1, Question 2. What's the level of difficulty here? It's very easy. John paid a total of $165 for a microscope by making a down payment of $37 plus P monthly payments of $16 each. Which of the following equations represents this situation? So what's the SAT concept here? It's algebra and words. This concept is definitely going to come up on your SAT. It usually will come up in easy questions, but it can come up anywhere. The way to do these is to always deconstruct things. The first thing you want to do is think about the letter and where does it go. P monthly payments of $16. So that's 16P. So A, B, C, D, anything that doesn't have a 16P in it, you can cross off. A has 16P, but B has 37P, and D also has 37P. All right, what about the 37? What are you going to do to it? You're going to add it, subtract it, divide it. What's going to happen? You're going to add it. So between A and C, A says you're subtracting it, C says you're adding it, and so C's the answer. You can move quickly here, don't hurry, get it right, and move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 9, Math Section 1, Question 3. Level of difficulty is easy. The first 7 questions on any Section 1 are always going to be easy. 7m equals 2 times n plus p. The given equation relates the positive numbers m, n, and p. Which equation correctly gives m in terms of n and p? So what are we looking for? We're looking for m. And what's the SAT concept here? Guys, this problem is a plug-in. You don't have to plug in on easy questions, but this one's just so easy to do. Let's just do it. Start by writing down the equation. And all you're doing when you're plugging in is you're making up numbers for letters. You can start anywhere you want. You should start where there's the most math happening, which is probably on the right side of the equal sign. And you want to make up numbers that go with the numbers you already have. So 7 and 2, you probably want to make up something that ends up with 14, or 28, or 42, or whatever. So I'm going to make n 3. I'm going to make p 4. So I've got 2 times 7, which is 14. So I'm going to make m equal 2, so that 14 can equal 14. I'm looking for m, so I'm looking for 2. So I'm going to write down the answer choices. I'm going to write them down vertically. You don't have to. And then I'm just going to plug in the numbers I made up. They're all m equals, so 2 times n plus p. 2 times 7 over 7. That's 14 over 7. That's 2. Hey man, that's probably the answer. Let's try B, C, and D. 2 times n plus p. 2 times 7, that's 14. Nope. 2 times 7, which is 14, minus 7, which is 7. Nope, I'm looking for 2. And then 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 7, that's going to be negative, so no. So A is the answer. You can get this right real quick and move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 9, Math Section 1, Question 4. What's the level of difficulty here? It's easy. The function g is defined by g of x equals square root of 8x plus 1. What's the value of g of 3? So what are we looking for? G of 3. And what's the SAT concept here? It's a function. If you think about it for a second, this is also a plugin. It's just that ETS is telling you got to plug in 3. So a function is ETS asking you, can you follow directions? Can you follow directions? Great, then you can do a function. Write down the function and follow the directions. It's telling you to plug in 3 every time you see an x. So it's square root of 8 times 3 plus 1. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25, square root of 25. Guys, that's 5. So the answer is C. Get it right real quick and move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 9, Math Section 1, Question 5. What's the level of difficulty here? Easy. You're not allowed to miss easy questions. The table gives the distribution of votes for a new mascot and grade level for 80 students. If one of these students is selected at random, what's the probability of selecting a student whose vote for a new mascot was for a lion? So what are we looking for? Lion votes. All right, the first thing I want to point out here really quickly is that obviously Badger is the coolest name, and the 6th graders completely killed it. But anyways, we're looking for lion, and we're looking for what kind of students? All students. So where is that? It's obviously right here. So it's 20 students, and we're looking for how many students total? 80. Probability is just what you want over total things that can happen. So guys, that's the answer. You just got to reduce it. Dividing by 10, the zeros go away. 2 over 8, you know this one. It's 1/4. And so the answer is C. That's it. You get it right real quick and move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 9, Math Section 1, Question 6. What's the level of difficulty here? Easy. A student council group is selling school posters for a fundraiser. They use the function p of x equals 5x minus 220 to determine their profit p of x in dollars for selling x school posters. In order to earn a profit of $900, how many school posters must they sell? So first things first, write down what you're looking for. And then secondly, let's observe together how stupid this question is, because there is no high school student anywhere in America who would ever use a function to figure out what their profit is for selling posters. But we're in SAT land, so we go with it. A function is just ETS asking you if you can follow directions. And I know you can follow directions. So write down the function. And then just what's the x? X is posters, because ETS says that. And what's p of x? P of x is profit, because ETS says that. So it's just 900 equals 5x minus 220, because the profit is 900. And now you've just got a simple algebraic equation. I'm going to move the 220 across the equal sign. It's going to become positive. I'm going to add this up on your calculator. You're going to get 1120. So you got 1120 equals 5x. You can divide both sides by 5. More calculator math. And when you do it, you're going to get 224. And guess what? That's it. That's the answer. Get it right and move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 9, Math Section 1, Question 7. What's the level of difficulty here? It's easy. The first 7 questions on Section 1 are always easy, so this is the last question you can depend on being easy. You've got a graph. Which of the following equations is the most appropriate linear model for the data shown in the scatter plot? This is a problem where there's not much math required. You just have to know the line equation. What is it? It's y equals mx plus b. What is the slope of this line equation? It's m. So I'm going to write down A, B, C, D big and bold. And I'm going to think about what's my slope here. It's obviously negative, right? If you draw a line, it's going to be going down. It's a negative slope. So cross off answer choices that have a positive slope. Look at them. It's C and D. Great. Next thing, what is this? It's the y-intercept. What's the y-intercept going to be in this line? Well, if you make a line, it looks like it's going to be at about 10, right? Is it plus 10 or is it minus 10? It's obviously plus 10. So the answer is B. You can get this right real quick and move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 9, Math Section 1, Question 10. What's the level of difficulty supposed to be here? It's supposed to be medium. Guys, this question is really easy. It's a gift. Circle K has a radius of 4. Circle L has an area of 100 pi. What's the total area of circles K and L? I do want to point out that this comma here is Evil Testing Services doing, not mine. All right, guys, this is about the area of a circle. So start by writing down the formula. What's the area of a circle? It's pi r squared. You know that. So for circle K, pi r squared is pi times 4 squared, which is 16 pi. That's the area. For circle L, you already have the area. It's 100 pi. What's the total area of circles K and L? All right, well, if you can add 116, you're golden. So 116 pi. Get this question right real quick and move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 9, Math Section 2, Question 1. What's the level of difficulty here? It's remarkably easy. You got some numbers. What's the median of the data shown? Write down what you're looking for. The only way you can mess this up is if you don't put in the very small amount of work required to make sure that you get it right. Time me. All right, that took about 15 seconds, and it's going to take you about half the time when you're writing on paper. Watch this. Median 79. You can get this question right extraordinarily quick, but you do need to take the time to make sure that you don't make a dumb mistake. Get it right and move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 9, Math Section 2, Question 2. What's the level of difficulty here? It's easy. This is the last easy question. Right triangles LMN and PQR are similar, where L and M correspond to P and Q respectively. Angle M has a measure of 53 degrees. What's the measure of angle Q? So we're looking for angle Q. Write it down and circle it. Where are these figures? They're not here, so you got to draw them. Anybody can draw two right triangles. The triangles are similar. What's that mean? Same shape. Okay, these are basically the same shape. L and M correspond to P and Q. M has a measure of 53. So let's just start by writing M. Put it anywhere but the right angle. Doesn't really matter where L and N go. But you got to make L and M and P and Q correspond. So P goes here. Where does Q go? Here. And I guess R goes here. Okay. M is 53 degrees. They're similar triangles. That means they're the same shape. What do you think Q is? It's 53 degrees. Answer is B. It's a very quick problem. It's exactly the same as problem 21 on section 1 of this test. I don't really think it's any easier, but you can get both of them right and move on.